The key verse for today's Truth to Go teaching is found in Matthew chapter 5, verse 3. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Thank you, Ron. A proud person has to work really hard at keeping his reputation. We're often lonely when we put ourselves above other people, and therefore we have fewer friends. Pride will rob us of close friendships for fear of somebody knowing who we really are. On the contrary, a close friend knows our weaknesses, our hurts, our shortcomings, our sins, and we know theirs. However, we accept and love each other unconditionally. Quite a few years ago, we produced a cartoon parable for the Circle Square Children's Telecast. In the first 6 months, it was across the continent. We had over 50,000 letters from children asking for songbooks so they could sing along. Take a look at Mr. Big.
Hi, Gordon Greed is my name. I'm very successful and very respected as a shrewd businessman. Just look at my house and my 5 cars. This is my company, and this is my summer home. I make a lot of money every year, and everybody writes stories about how successful I am. After all, isn't money the most important thing in life? Let's face it, I've got everything. Everything except I'm kind of lonely.
Having everything can be very lonely, unless you're rich with the greatest treasure of all, love. This week, find someone who's lonely and show them a little love.
Now, concerning our journey into joy, Mr. Big is an individual who is definitely heading in the wrong direction. He needs to turn around, 180. He's in a journey away from joy. A prideful person cannot have the depth of joy that a humble person can have. Therefore, I think it's safe to say Mr. Big has little joy. The prideful person knows they're living a lie. Their self-image is not real. This attitude results in a miserable disposition and a person not liking themselves. You've heard it said, she got her pride hurt. Maybe that hurt could have been avoided if she weren't on such a high perch. The fall is devastating. Here's another interesting saying: a man can fracture his pride in a fall over his own bluff. Think about it. Out of pride comes jealousies, hatreds, and the like. I need not say anymore. A person who is a Mr. Big has little joy. Humility, as presented in the world's bestseller, the Bible, is this one, which Ron read earlier: blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. This is a triumphant shout of bliss for permanent joy. Poverty in spirit does not mean material poverty or lacking the essentials needed for healthy living. Rather, the poor in spirit character trait that we all should embrace comes when we realize our utter lack of resources to live life without God's help. It's important that we acknowledge Him as our personal God, who is bigger than our biggest problem and brighter than our darkest hour, a God who sees the road ahead of us and takes us by the hand and guards our footsteps. The true way to be humble is not to stoop until you're smaller than yourself, but to stand at your real height, be yourself. We need to see, appreciate, and rejoice in the greatness of other people, especially in the greatness of God. And that is a humility that results in a journey into joy.